Captain Ibrahim Traore exposed the oldest trick in the colonial playbook. And understand, this is not your average African leader. This man has a degree in physics, he thinks like a scientist, and what he just revealed will make you question everything you've been told about Africa's poverty. Sit down, calm down, and watch this to the end to understand it better.
They buy a kilo of cotton for just about 200, then they process it. You now go and buy just a few grams for 1,000 francs. But it's vocational training that can help us to create or maintain the machines we need to process it ourselves. That's why we are putting emphasis on this matter. And for all our production, even agricultural production, we need to train our mothers and sisters on processing. Because right now, they are trying to do it on a small scale, but we need to be able to do it on a large scale. Otherwise, everything we export raw. Later, we end up buying the finished product again. Finished. It's only our jobs that we are exporting. We are focused on this because it's a challenge. We must succeed at it. These days, I like to use practical examples. I say, okay, let me use Madam Governor as an example. When you come back home in the evening, you have a hat stand or something where you hang your clothes, that's it. I bet most of you have that in your houses. But where do you go to buy it? It's rare to see the ones made by our local carpenters with wood. People have those nets with small arms, coat racks, as we call them. You just take your clothes and hand them there. You pay for that, right? The business people will tell us where they go to buy it. Dubai, or maybe it's China. That's where you go to buy it. But it's just metal with a few small branches. We can't even make that here. You understand a bit? The other day, I was telling the ministers, the school desks in the secondary schools, you see how it is. We have to use a truck to carry desks from Ouagadougou, from Monga, even from some remote village. Maybe you can only fit about 40 desks inside, and it's already full. But can't we think about creating a desk that can fold and unfold? That way, the truck can carry more. It's even easier for the students over there and everything. They found the solution. They are going to make it popular. There are so many things we are able to do, but I believe all this is because of the effects of colonization. Our minds have somehow been blocked and we were told that we should just consume. But no, we need to create. And you have to believe in yourselves. If we don't believe in ourselves, we can't make it. And that's the purpose of our constant communication. The youth must believe in themselves. Every one of us must believe in ourselves. And it's possible. Today, we are busy picking up some talent here and there, inventors and all that. We are waiting to set up, like I said the last time, a center that will be like an incubator so that when you do vocational training, yes, but we will also do the practical aspect. And we have to create a lot of things ourselves right here. There's no reason why we should go and pay for everything outside. We buy everything outside. It's jobs that we are giving to people outside. You agree with me, ADI? When you get home, you look around, there are plenty utensils, plenty items in the house. You ask yourself, but why can't we produce them here? Why must we go and pay outside? It's the same thing with the army, where I said, well, I'm not ordering armored vehicles anymore. It's finished. We are manufacturing. Either we succeed or we succeed. That's it. And that's what is happening right now. It's finished. What we ordered, that has come, that's it. What is on the way, that's it. But it's finished. We are not ordering again. We will manufacture it here. You should not be afraid to fail. We can try, it might not work. We will adjust, we will try again, but we will succeed. That's it too. So we need to have confidence in ourselves. All those industrial units we are paying for outside there, you are able to do it. You people always go and pay for industrial units, but you will realize it's just a conveyor belt with an electric motor rolling something, assembling small tanks. We can do it. We have welders who can handle it, but we don't often have confidence in ourselves, or maybe we are just consumers. We don't have to take everything outside. No. So we are now putting emphasis on vocational training, organizing it. You see that there are many centers that were dead that we are now reviving. There is the center in Bobo, which was completely closed for more than 5 years. maybe even 10 years. I can't even remember. We are renovating everything now. We will set up laboratories, practical rooms so that people can manufacture things. Otherwise, for even the smallest thing, even though all of you ride motorcycles here, just simple nuts and all that, we pay for everything from outside. So that brings me to the business operators. So they wish that we could have an industrial zone in Monga. That's a very good idea. We will meet with the ministry to create industrial zones in all the regions because the industries will not all be concentrated in Biumu or in Ger. No. We will set up industries everywhere, a bit here and there. Because right now, there's nothing to do. First of all, there will be so many industries. We need to start producing. Let's create here. And I'm inviting you all to come together as well to set up some units. I've told many people who go to order leather goods, teeth, lotus, or whatever from China. They say, but aren't you ashamed to go and buy those things over there? Buy the machines, come and produce them here. But they are already doing it. They've almost finished. So those who go to buy nuts, boats, motorcycle parts, what do you call them? Spare parts. But the machines, come and manufacture them here. We have them, don't we? There are technicians who are currently being trained in some technical schools to handle these kinds of machines. So we should be able to create a lot of things right here. We can't keep going outside to buy things. Even the Minister of Agriculture, he's not here. I said it last year. We awarded the contract for a certain number of items, the agricultural equipment that we handed over. But I'm saying, by 2026, when we hand over almost everything, it must be made in Burkina. And that's what we are working on. So he's working with the Minister of Technical Education so that they can bring out young talents from the schools and manufacture. So training centers will keep springing up and we'll keep training the youth, training our mothers, our sisters in processing in industrial units so that our country can be industrialist and we can process everything right here. And I said industrialist, I didn't say robotized. Because I'm also against robotization. Accessible. You see, or an industrial unit where maybe 1,000 people are supposed to work. We end up putting everything on artificial intelligence. Everything is mechanized. In the end, it's just 2 people working on the machines that do everything else. That too, I'm against it. So we'll make sure that we are right in the middle where the youth are employed and wealth is well distributed. Everywhere, really. So we are on that path. So the issue of training centers, I think we have really taken that into account. The dams, as you said, are to support agriculture. We are very much aware of that. You have seen the dams we have started building here and there. If you look at the dates, you see they'll tell you it was built in 1950, in 1960, in 1900. How bad is that? Even the Po Dam, they told me the history of the Po Dam. Today's dam is almost 100 years old. But it's terrible. Everything is blocked right now. What are we doing? Everywhere, it's blocked. That's why we revived the ONB. We created the UMBA and right now we are equipping the Sonodaya so that we can clear out all these existing dams, rebuild the dikes, and dig new dams. They have received the first set of equipment. They have started the work, but many more equipment are on the way coming. We hope that by the end of 2025, they will really be at a certain level to be able to act everywhere. So the dams will be. We can dig almost everywhere so that people can farm. 2, 3, even 4 times in a year if they want. It's the same thing with deep boreholes. They think that the Ministry of Environment is there. That's it. You have already placed the order for drilling machines. Yes, they have placed the order for drilling machines and we also hope to get them before the end of the year. We want to do boreholes, to go beyond what you know. That is, not just stopping at 100 meters, 150 meters. We want to drill up to at least 1,000 meters to have water resources so that you can do farming, animal rearing, anything you want, in short, to have lasting water. And that one is already ongoing. Right now, some boreholes are ongoing, but we had to bring in companies from outside to do it. But we want to pay for our own boreholes and do them ourselves. We ourselves here in Burkina, and that one too is ongoing. For the issue of elderly people regarding some information, I will pass it on to the Ministry of Humanitarian Action. They will see what they can do. It's the same thing for the case of people living with disabilities. So that famous law, I will check it. It's true. Even the implementation text, if we take it, we also need to see how to put it into practice. Because it's not just about the text, it's about the actual practice. If the question keeps coming up more and more, and you pointed out that Monga is one of the areas most. In the last census, in 2019, where there are the most people living with disabilities, we will see. When I get back, I will try to look at the text and give instructions to the ministry so that he can look into the issue of the rights of people living with disabilities. For now, there is no problem. I think promoting and encouraging the consumption of our local products, that's what is important. Let's talk in terms of industrialization. We have already passed a decree that makes it compulsory whenever there is a unit that manufactures something. It's compulsory. Those who import, they have to pay over their first. It's only when it's finished that they will import. So we are going to consume what we produce. There's really nothing to worry about with that. You just have to go for it.